Hey guys, what's up? Excoundrel here, and today we are going to be looking at an 11 kill win Rules of Survival game that I was playing the other day. Now, this is a game that I actually wasn't going to record, but I ended up getting 2 kills right at the start with an SMG, and I thought, hey, this might be a good game to record, and lo and behold, I actually ended up winning the thing. But there was lots of cool decisions that I had to make in this game. I ended up getting a Barrett in the mid-game as well, because I managed to steal it off someone who'd looted a crate, which left me in a really good position. So as you can see here, I came to this restaurant area. I was kind of on the outside of this restaurant area. I noticed there was lots of shooting going on, and I was at a safe distance away. So what I did is I approached the restaurant very slowly, and I waited for the enemies to fight each other. And then I used the enemy bodies, as well as the loot in the restaurant, as bait. And I just waited for them to come out into the open, and took some shots, and managed to get the kills. Which has left me actually in a really good position, because now I've got an AR-15, and I'm pretty well equipped with the level 3 backpack. I've picked up some armor, and also picked up a helmet. So in total, I've ended up with some pretty solid gear. I've also noticed that AR-15 has now become my favourite assault rifle. I did a lot of research, the Hawk's Nest, got some great videos on this, but essentially the AR-15, when fully equipped, just has a better spread and better accuracy than the M4, does less damage than the AK, but is easier to control, especially on auto mode, so I've gone with the AR-15 for the moment. You'll also notice in this video that I'm going to be speeding up sections of it. That's because I want to keep the total length of the video down. So inconsequential parts where I'm either just running or moving between buildings and looting, I speed up ever so slightly, so you might start to see my character run very quickly. Don't worry, it's just because I sped up the video like this. And realistically, I'm going to slow down where all of the fighting is and all of the parts where I'm making a decision. So at this point forward, I've just looted. I'm heading towards up the coastline, and I'm trying to find buildings to loot, because obviously I'd ideally like a sniper rifle, I'd ideally like some higher level armor, and I've noticed that the buildings around this area have been looted. That means I'm either going to be on the tail of someone, or someone is going to be in the area, so I have to be very careful about how I approach this. Is why I'm crouch running everywhere, just to give me slightly better off, I guess, stealth when I'm sort of going around. I don't want to give myself away too easily, even though obviously I'll be slower. Now you can see here I just noticed shooting going on, so there's definitely someone in the area, which means I'm going to take this very slow from this point forward. Now that I've seen shooting, I know that I have to be very careful about how I'm approaching the rest of these buildings, because I can see the one in front of me has been looted, which means there's probably going to be someone around me just to the north. The shots, I think, came from the west, northwest. I couldn't quite work out where they'd come from exactly, because I didn't get to see it on the map, but I am just giving all caution to the west. I don't want to get caught with someone running behind me. It would be very easy for me to just continue to push forwards and someone behind me ends up sniping me off, so I'm taking it very slowly now that I've seen those shots. Unfortunately, I don't get eyes on anybody at this point, but it definitely teaches me to be aware when moving up this coastline. I'm going to run into people in some way, shape, or form. So you can see here, I'm going to skip this building because it's been looted. You can go and loot buildings that have already been looted, but realistically, for the stuff that I'm after, it's unlikely that it's going to be left in these buildings. So again, I'm going to start to move. I can see the guy right in front of me. He's just kind of running around aimlessly. I'm not really sure what he's doing. I didn't quite get the chance to take a shot at him, but I didn't really feel like it was a good place to try and take that shot, and it probably could have landed me in trouble because a car came straight past me to the left. The car didn't see me, and I didn't really feel comfortable taking shots at it from the hill because that other guy was just around the corner. If he had a gun and I started taking shots at the car, he could have very easily just killed me. So I'm going to take it slow, because I see this door open in front of me. That means I'm pretty sure that the guy that I was just trying to chase up has gone into this building, and I just saw the car stop and go into the building yonder further. So now I'm just going to take this super slow. I don't need to move anywhere. I'm already in the circle. There is no rush for me to go into these guys. That guy saw the car come out to the north. He's not going to exit the building to the north, knowing that he's going to be in full sight of that car and whoever went into that building. So I'm just going to wait for him to come back through the safe exit, which would be this exit here. And as soon as he shows himself, I'm just going to blast him full of holes. And going to loot anything that he has got and take it from him. My only worry is about how the guy in the building to the north is going to react, and I don't really want to overextend into that building and just get sniped through the window. As you can see here, he's now just kind of waiting around. I'm now going to take that opportunity and get the kill. Didn't really do it in a very accurate way. Could have gone for a headshot, probably could have ADS'd it, but I felt that that was just a quick way to take him out. And you can see here, I'm going to wait just a couple of seconds before going to the body to loot it. That is specifically because that guy in the building further on, if he is behind a window and is going to start looking at where I've shot or try and get a peek, I want to make sure I know where he is, so I feel a bit more comfortable when I approach him. So you can see now I'm going to sneak around the building. He's actually got into the car and gone to the next set of buildings. So he wasn't even comfortable taking a fight with me. He just wanted to back out and go and sort of move on with that car. Maybe that's the sensible option if he didn't exactly know where I was. But it's now given me a great opportunity to just sneak up and try and catch him when he exits this building, which is exactly what I do. I'm now going to wait for him to exit this building. As soon as he jumps into his car, I'm going to try and take a couple of shots at him. And you can see here, a couple of headshots, get the kill, easy money. Just simple kill for me there because the guy disrespected that I was close by in the previous set of houses. If I was him, I would have waited in that building. There was no rush. If I absolutely needed loot, I might have moved on, but there was absolutely no rush for me to sort of leave that building. I could have just waited and waited for that guy to move on or even try and steal my car and just try and take a snipe at him then. There was no reason that I needed to move straight all the way or just give my position away so easily and get in the car and just move up to the next building lot. I would have also maybe just gone to a couple of buildings down the road. Like, going to the next building lot is the obvious place for me to follow up to, and so he kind of just gave that away for free. So I've sped this up really quickly because this is a large portion of the game where I'm just kind of looting buildings, trying to pick up anything that I can. Unfortunately, most of the buildings that I visit have already been looted, but it is okay to re-loot buildings from time to time, especially if it's a safe area and safe to do so, because obviously if someone's already got level 3 armor, they're not going to pick up another set of level 3 armor. So, you know, as it stands, I'm just basically trying to scavenge anything that people might have left behind. I'm not in a bad position by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm definitely not in a great position either. I can see that both of these two buildings have been looted too, so I'm going to head north towards the observatory just while scoping them out, and I can see that a couple of crates have dropped in this area. So this is the part where the game starts to get interesting. Start to take a couple of duels. I'm going to start to work towards getting my Barrett, which is what kind of carried me through the rest of the game. I did something up here that was essentially a very easy tactic to enact when you're taking a duel one-on-one, when you're pretty certain it's going to be you versus someone else. The problem with wire fencing is that, unless I'm mistaken, you can't actually shoot through wire fencing. Like, you can't actually shoot through the object. You may be in one of the gaps, it's possible to do so, but you can't actually shoot through the object of wire fencing, which means if you see someone through the wire fence, you can't actually hit them, because your bullets seem to bounce off the wire fence every given opportunity, like you can see there. So what I'm doing is just waiting and scoping out this crate. I'm assuming that it's going to get camped. It's right in the middle of observatory. It's in between loads of different apartment buildings. There's going to be people on the roofs. There's going to be people trying to scout it out. So I'm pretty certain that I'm going to be facing up some people who are likely going to be camping this crate. So what I do here is I notice that there's someone over on the far side underneath the pylon, and you can see here I can just scout his head there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head upstairs. Going upstairs gets me a better angle on him, and I don't think he's completely seen me yet, so I'm going to try and get an angle on him and take some shots. I'm just waiting for him to rear his head here. You can see there I miss a couple of shots, but I landed quite a few on him afterwards. I think he's definitely got level 3 armor on, or level 2 armor on for sure. Again, I'm struck with the you can't shoot through fence. He doesn't actually know where I'm shooting from. He didn't take any shots back at me. Now, I could do two things in this scenario. I could continue to take the long-range battle, or do what I do right now, which is basically rush up to him. I'm going to rush using the crouch, because I don't want to give away my position running with my gun. But I'm going to run up to him, crouching, because I know that he's going to be healing. He took quite a decent amount of damage there. He is definitely going to be healing up. So if I can get up to him and rush up to his position while he's healing, it's basically going to be a free kill. And you can see I kind of know the area that he's in, so I'm going to take it slow, try and get a peek on him with third person, and I can see right there, go in, go for a couple of body shots at close range, and then I get the kill. Now, this has given away my position, and I'm certain that there's going to be at least one more person in this area because of the amount of crates that dropped here. Like, a lot of crates dropped in this area. You can see that the AWM is dropped here. It's probably people's least favourite sniper rifle, but I picked it up regardless, just because having a sniper rifle is always good. And you can see that I'm now going to try and scope out some of these crates. Like, I'm pretty sure these crates have been looted, but regardless, I think, you know, sometimes people drop good stuff next to the crates, sometimes people haven't looted the crates. It's always worth checking if it's in a safe position. This one's not quite in a safe position, but I've just tried to check the area as much as I can. This was my first mistake. Would have been very easy to kill me here if I had, if this guy, who you'll see in a minute, had actually looked over the top of the building. But as it stands, I was okay. Managed to get back up towards a safe position. I'm working back up towards the pylon, and now I'm about to take a fight that I should have lost. If this guy's aim wasn't a potato aim, I should have won this. I shouldn't have won this sort of engage that we've got about coming up. I'm certain that there's going to be people on roofs somewhere, so I'm just making sure that I'm looking around, but I'm not quite sure where this guy is specifically. I'm going to start to run away with my back turned, and I'll start to notice some shots. If this guy wasn't an idiot, he would have killed me. But the problem with being on a building, and the problem with being behind, those concrete barriers is that if you see something move and they're crouched down, it's going to be their head. So as long as you can pinpoint onto the thing crouched down behind those concrete barriers, you can be pretty certain that's going to be their head. So I'm going to rush up, I'm going to loot this guy, I've got time, there's an easy way to get off these buildings, which I'll show you in a minute. This guy had a bloody Barrett, so I'm going to take the Barrett, I'm going to load up, I'm going to get his everything that I can from him that I think I can fit into my backpack. I'm kind of overloaded at this point in time, so one first aid kit and a couple of med kits I think are going to be fine. I actually don't take the easy way off. I thought I had taken the easy way off, but apparently I'm really bad and didn't take the easy way off. I just literally jumped off the side of the building. And now I'm basically racing the circle. So at this point, I'm just going to get the pan out. I'm going to start running. I've got level 3 armor. I'm just checking around me as much as I can. Obviously, I'm got a pretty easy target right now, but I've taken quite a lot of fights in this area. I'm almost pretty certain that I'm unlikely to get sniped from behind because the circle's moving in pretty quickly. And I finally get into the circle, and that allows me to now reset. I've got the Barrett now, though. Barrett and an 8 times, feeling pretty juicy for the rest of this game. Now it's all about just trying to snipe people off. I want to take fights that I know I can win. Barrett is a one-shot kill to the arm, leg, or head, and depending on what armor they're wearing, it's also a one-shot kill. I saw someone literally just over the top of this this plane. I don't know if you saw their head move just over the top of this plane. So now I'm going to just take a very, very sneaky way round and try and get a shot onto them. And you can see I've just seen them move over towards that rock. I'm going to look for a headshot, which somehow misses right there. Don't know how that misses, but we're going to go for the second attempt when he stands still. Just zero in. There we go. Get the headshot. I don't actually need anything from the crates at this point in time, so I'm just going to start to run back towards the circle. Honestly, the only thing that I could get that would be good would be a level 3 helmet, but realistically I've got pretty much everything else that I need. I'm now coming into a pretty open area, so what I'm going to do here is crouch down. I don't feel super pressured by the circle, so I can just prone through these through this bit of grass. I'm going to get myself in cover behind a tree which is on the edge of the circle, and now it's kind of up to where I can see people. That guy's got a ghillie suit, thinks he's pretty safe. He's not. He's also got a level 3 armor, which is why he didn't die in one shot, but then I get the headshot afterwards. And this is where things start to get a little bit spicy, because this is towards the end of the game. I've given away my position in a very small circle, which means that I'm now suspect to people shooting me like this. I'm going to get shot from multiple angles if I'm not careful. As you can see here, there seems to be 2 guys behind me. Somehow 2 guys ended up behind me. I think that this guy up towards the north, or up towards the southeast, as you can see here, actually took out the guy that was shooting me with an SVD, which means I now know there's a guy that's going to have to be crawling through the blue, coming towards my direct position because it's the only position that he can get to. I'm not going to use the Barrett for this. I know that he's going to be getting up close and personal, so I'm looking for using the assault rifle. That would have been my first aim, but what I actually do is I 360 no-scope him, well, actually just no-scope him, because he kind of just crawls right in front of me, and I literally just Barrett him to the face, and because his head is pointing directly towards me because he's crawling, I literally just get a Barrett off. So you can see here, he's crawling, Barrett, 148 damage, no-scope. I was having a problem where I was accidentally tapping the shooting button twice, so that's probably why you've seen me shoot a couple of times in a row on this. But yeah, that's kind of what happened. With 3 people left now, I'm getting shot from the northwest. So there's one guy I think had a Barrett. I think he must have hit me in the body because I didn't die in one hit. So this guy's got a Barrett, it sounds like, and didn't get to the first the one-shot kill on me. If he was much better, he would have killed me in that one hit. But luckily, I survived, and you take a bit of luck where you can get it. I'm going to use third-person perspective here to scout out this guy's location. I know pretty much where he's shooting me from, but I can't obviously kind of see him directly. So I'm going to use the eye behind here to try and get a scout on his location. I think he's behind one of these trees, and you can see there, boom, headshot, dead. So that was a pretty easy kill there in 4th. And now it's up to me to kind of scout the areas to try and find the last remaining guy. I'm actually in the circle, so the chances are that he is either going to have to come towards my position, which means I'm going to consistently be scouting the west, northwest, and southwest, because those are all the positions that he'll be moving to me from. In this particular situation, I'm concerned about him scooting through the long grass on his belly, proning through the long grass on his belly towards me. I'm concerned about him being in a building opposite, and I'm also concerned again about him being kind of in the location that I just got a kill from over to the north. So I'm just constantly trying to scout the area, trying to see if I get any kind of view on him, and actually, lo and behold, I see him in this building, just standing there, and I just get the free kill. I end up getting the win. So that was that entire game. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned a little bit from it, because it was a couple of cool decisions that had to be made that game. Hopefully it was interesting for you, and hopefully you guys will go and be able to replicate that in your own games. It was good fun. I'm pretty close to Diamond now. I haven't been playing Rules of Survival as much as I could because Vainglory 5v5 is out, and obviously this is a Vainglory and a Rules of Survival channel. But I will be playing a lot more this week, hoping to upload a couple more videos about guns. Not trying to steal Hawk's Nest stuff because he's done some great stuff, but I'll try and do something that builds on the stuff that he's already done. Alright guys, I'll see you soon.